Hey everybody, it's Andrea. Before we start today's show, I have a super quick announcement to share with all of you. Beginning in April, I'm going to be launching a series of college to career live weekend boot camps to help graduating seniors as well as juniors who are confused about what jobs or careers they might want to pursue when they graduate. So imagine going from confused to confident with at least 3 different career options you'd be psyched to explore by the end of day 1 of the boot camp. And then learning the tools, tactics, and the strategies to find those jobs by the end of day 2. The boot camp is live and it's led by me over Zoom. And you can learn more about it at College to Career Academy. That's college, the number 2, career.academy. Or you can just look me up on LinkedIn and check out the featured section of my LinkedIn page. I can't imagine a better graduation gift for the college students in your life. Thanks so much for listening, and I know you're going to enjoy my next incredible guest. Hi there, I'm Andrea Koppel, and it's time for coffee. The podcast where you get to hear firsthand what the jobs and careers that interest you the most are really like. Hey there, Java Junkies. Welcome to another K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. By the way, K-Cups come in 3 sizes, single, double, and triple shots, or roughly 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes in length. So if you don't have time to throw back an entire caffeinated career conversation, these K-Cup mini episodes of T4C can give you a quick caffeinated fix, whether you're on the go or you only have a few minutes to binge. So grab your mug and take a chug, because it's time for a caffeinated career double shot K-Cup with my guest, Dan Mian. What do you want to tell those students, Dan, who will be graduating in just a short while here in 2021, especially for those who have no clue, like you didn't, like I didn't, like the vast majority of the people that I've interviewed on Time for Coffee had no idea. I think most people, no idea. How can they find the right fit?
Also a good question. Well, first thing I'd say is don't worry about not knowing. Don't stress, because no one really does, unless you were just born with, I don't know, I want to be a doctor. Like my mom wanted to be a nurse or a doctor her whole life. She just knew, and she went into that, and that's what she's done forever. But that's just not the way I was. So, and a lot of people now in this generation aren't that way. And I think you were similar, right? You didn't really know what you wanted to do. So I'd say take that pressure off of yourself, because no matter what your degree is, you will have gained a lot of transferable skills, a lot of personal qualities, things that can be adapted to any position really. And there are other things you can do to help you get to where you want to be, like side hustles and online courses and that kind of stuff. So yeah, don't worry. I know people who did a chemistry degree who are now in sales, or a computer science degree who are now in marketing. I'm trying to think of some others, but yeah, you get the picture, right? Most people go into careers that aren't associated with their degree. So don't worry about that too much. You know, that's an interesting one, because I think it's really hard to know what you want to do at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21, right? And people say, follow your passion. But what does that really mean? I don't know. So what I'd suggest doing is probably maybe break it down a bit more. And I usually say, because what people do when they come out of university, or whether they're at university looking for a placement, is go to the job sites, go to LinkedIn, go to the job boards, and just scroll through and have a look. And, I understand why they do that, but you're looking at it from the wrong way. I always say flip it on its head. Start from the top, not the bottom. So identify 2 to 3 industries that you're passionate about, or not passionate about, that you think you would enjoy.
You're interested in.
You're interested in, exactly. So, it might be fitness and health, it might be beauty and fashion, things like that you enjoy in your day-to-day life. Start there, research some companies that are in them. Let's take 5 companies. Maybe it's the top companies or a mixture of big and small ones. And then you can start learning how they are structured, what their departments look like, how they operate, etc. And then you can maybe look at, how do I get into that industry and that company, and what roles are available there. That's the first thing I'd suggest. You just flip it on its head and do that, break that down, because then you might have a bank of 15 companies that you can actually target in certain ways, which is probably a little bit more of an involved conversation, but start with that. And then I think just sort of, what do you enjoy really? That's the first thing. So think about yourself, how you like to work, how you like to live your life. Do you like working with people? Do you like communicating all the time? Do you like variety in your role, or would you rather be a specialist? Like, you don't want to just do one thing and learn that and be amazing at it. Some people like more structure in terms of their progression level. So I do this qualification, I go up 3K. I do that qualification, I go up 5. And then when I get to there and there. And others like more fluidity, where they can move through different areas. So it's about like really, and then, you know, in terms of creativity, someone might be really naturally creative, but someone else might be like great with numbers and really enjoy that. So it's understanding what you like first, and then a combination of those two things will start to create a bit of a better picture. I always say to people, try and get like a statement, like a vision statement of what it could be. So it could be as simple as, I would like to do a creative role in the charity industry, or I would like to be in a sales or growth focused role in the tech industry. Something along that, you know, that nature. And I think if we want to take it a little bit further, once you get to the departments, what's really important to understand in business is that every single department in a business is there for a purpose and a reason. So can you map yourself to that purpose? That's a great way to look. So sales, as an example, is about profit. It's about growth. Where will you get your satisfaction from? If you see the profit go up and you bring a customer in and your commission goes up, for you, is that going to be a cool thing? Like, is that going to be a good day? If you look at maybe HR, which is actually the opposite. So we're not focused on the profit right now. We're looking inwardly at the company. Can we make a better culture for our people? It's very much a people-focused role. Learning and development. Are we recruiting correctly? Are we retaining the right talent? And they're not judged on making profit. They're judged on company culture and engagement. So think about you and think about what you enjoy. And can you map yourself to those different departments?
I love that you just used the word map, because when you were describing what you do in your current role and what you were doing when you first started the grad scheme with BT, I started seeing how what you studied as a geography major and an economics major was mapping to those roles.
Yeah, when I reflect back like that, yes, I think it has done, because geography for me was more analytical. It was looking at different opinions, and it's not black and white. Like, it's a lot of the time it's not like scientific. It's more like, can you take multiple opinions from different areas and create your own and form an argument? That's what it was, and it was very much essay based. So that was cool. But then the flip side of that was economics was very logical. It's about numbers and mathematics and x plus y equals, so a combination of those two things for me has definitely helped in a marketing role today, because everyone has an opinion in marketing. So you have to be able to tell your story and use evidence to do that.
Thanks for tuning in to this K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. If you want to listen to our entire caffeinated career conversation, please check out the show notes for this episode. Thanks so much for listening to Time for Coffee, where the professionals in the jobs that most interest you always have time to grab coffee 24/7, no matter where you live. I have one quick favor to ask you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Time for Coffee. Thanks so much.